Have you ever promised yourself you are going to change your habit, or this time is going to be different, or you are going to be a new person, you are going to become a better person, but a few days later you are right back to the same habit, the same thought, the same mistake that you planned to change. You are right back at it. The problem is not because you are weak or you are lazy. The problem is that you are running on a pattern that you don't even understand. But to get out of that pattern, you have to understand that pattern, because if you don't understand that pattern, you will keep repeating that same pattern repeatedly. Most people think change is about learning more, reading more books, watching more videos, or even finding more motivations. But knowledge does not automatically create transformation. You can know what to do, you can know what to do and still fail to do it. Why? Because your behavior is driven by the subconscious programming. That is, your mind is programmed or designed to follow a pattern, to repeat what feels familiar, even if it doesn't help you. So if you want to change your life, want to change your behavior, you have to understand the pattern that is controlling it. Now let me show you what pattern really is. Pattern is a repeated way of thinking, feeling and behaving. It often follow a sequence: trigger, thought, emotion, action and result. And the result often lead to the original belief. Let's take for example, you face a challenge, then you think you're probably going to fail. You become anxious, then you avoid taking action. Nothing changes, and your mind says, you see, you never follow through. So that become a loop, and a loop becomes pattern. That's what pattern really is. Your brain prioritizes familiarity over growth. It asks, is it known? Is it predictable? Is it safe? Even if the habit is painful, it can still feel safe because it is familiar. That's why most people stay in toxic relationship, self-sabotaging habits, negative thinking and comfort zone. Your brain isn't trying to ruin your life. It's just trying to keep you in what it recognizes. Every recurring pattern is being supported by a belief. For example, if you believe you are not good enough, or you believe success is for other people, most people often say if they try something, they always mess it up, or if they try, they might fail. So if you keep having that belief, for your pattern to change, it's going to be very hard, because if the belief stay the same, if this belief stay the same in you, then your habit also stay the same. You can change tactics all day, but if the internal belief remain the same, the pattern also remain the same as well. Awareness is the first step to change pattern, but awareness without action cannot change anything. Most people can clearly identify their pattern. They know they know that they procrastinate, they know that they overthink, they even know that they sabotage opportunity. But recognizing pattern is not the same thing as interrupting pattern. The real changes happens when you respond differently in the moment that pattern appears. Now let me show you a real life example of what procrastination, overthinking and people pleasing looks like, and how your new response should be, and what your new response should be in order to change this pattern. For procrastination, you have a big task, that's the trigger. Then your thoughts, from trigger, as I said earlier, from trigger to thought. Then your thought says this is too much. Instead of saying I will do it later, or I will do it maybe tomorrow, just your new response should be this is 5 minutes work. Just schedule the time for, just use your mind to schedule a time frame for it, that this is what I can just do in 5 minutes. Then you have won over procrastination. Then overthinking, the trigger is you have an important decision to take, but your thoughts came and says what if you choose wrong. Instead of dwelling in that thinking phrase, your new response to it should be to make the best decision with whatever you know. Anything you know, just do. And that's anything the outcome looks like, that's the best decision. Just have that belief that that's the best decision and take action anyways. Then the third one is people pleasing. The trigger is someone's disapproval. Then your thought says, what if they don't like me, or they may dislike me? They may dislike me. Instead of thinking, well, they may dislike me, let me stop. Your new response should be to speak honestly at all time. Instead of pleasing people, thinking about what people might say about you, or maybe people will like you or not, just do your things honestly, speak honestly, and that's the way, and that's the simplest way to change your pattern. Your life is a result of the pattern you repeat. If you keep repeating the same thought, you will keep getting the same outcome. But the moment you interrupt that pattern, your life starts experiencing changes. But it doesn't happen overnight, because a Rome wasn't built in a day. You have to interrupt that pattern consistently till your brain masters it. Now, ask yourself this question: what pattern am I ready to break? And what new response are you ready to give to it to change this pattern? Kindly subscribe to Self-Sovereign if this video help you see yourself clearly. Subscribe for more video content on self-awareness, mindset shift, and how to take control of your life. Thank you.